Aloha, Big Island YangGang. Today is January 17th. Today is your update. We're going to get right into it. Remember, go to yang2020.com, volunteer. Text banking and phone banking are crucial right now. It's the one thing we can do on the island, which is awesome. First primary, awesome. We're getting registered voters out to vote in our primaries. It does nothing if we don't get that 15% and the wave comes crashing down on Iowa and they know about Andrew Yang. So get out there, go to yang2020.com, register to vote. Join the YangGang. You can get merch there too. You could also go to Yang Swag Angels. If you've already extended everything you've done with donating and you want to donate some more, you could donate for people who don't have enough money to get swag so they could represent too. All right, Yang prints. You can print out any Yang flyer that you need. There's posters, policies, everything that you would want to do, like brochures. Get that there, print them out for free. If you have any policy questions, try and go to yang2020.com. If you can't get those answered, catch us here on yanggangbigisland@gmail. And donate to the campaign. Let's keep raising those gold minimums. They're going to be having another fundraiser coming up here, and we're also doing our best to raise donations and send them directly to the campaign. If you'd like to donate to this channel, you can do that. We're on Patreon. $1, $5, $1,000, doesn't matter. It all goes to getting swag and printing flyers and giving them to the people, informing the people, and making it so they're participating. We do those two-sided laminate Andrew Yang posters. Just hang them and stand by the roadway and listen to people get involved with the campaign if it's nothing more than a honking a horn and giving a shaga. All right, and remember to subscribe and share this channel, even if you're not on the Big Island. If you like the cliff notes, you like the compression of pretty much all the things that happened from last day, and keynote cliff notes, and put them into 5-10 minutes. If you like that, share it. Our get-together January 26th in HILO, TBD, still TBD. We're working on that coffee shop. Yet to hear back about that, but we're working on a couple of other angles. If nothing else, it will be January 26th, Sunday, 3 to 5. Quite possibly at the same place it was last time, at the HILO Pavilion bus terminal, next to the big banyan tree. All right, Yang Daily 10. Today is to donate to the victims of sexual assault. Evelyn went out on an interview and talked about how she was sexually assaulted. It was very emotional, very charged. Trying to kind of set the change the tone of where we're at right now in the campaign, but there is no real right timing to talk about the wrongs in our reality. So every timing is the right timing. There'll be a couple videos down here talking about that. Boyce, one of my favorite guys to watch out there, Boyce from Mindful Skeptics, went on a little Twitter rant about somebody's comment towards that. He got trolled. He went off the edge, and honestly, he doesn't delete tweets, and I can see that. I personally don't tweet or do much social media. But as far as what he did, he got back on here and put out a video and apologized to the person that he ranted back at, because that's not part of Humanity First, which is a great, not that he did it, but the idea that he understands that, and that's where we're at. One of the things I'll make mention to is a lot of people that are in the YangGang, at least from my experience, are disinfected. They see politics as a burden, and the people that are doing it, most of us don't understand how taxes work, let alone how electricity and the light switches work, and why we need clean energy. So the long story short is, I've always been upset. There's been a lot of people like me that just weren't engaged, didn't understand the process, and especially before the primaries, let alone being engaged in something from the pretty much tip-top all the way to the finish. There's a lot of energy for YangGang and emotion behind this, because we feel a personal connection to this campaign, because most of us have been wronged by our ideology, or those that are close to us who also believe it in a way. So I could understand having a lot of that emotional tie to it, but what Boyce has understood and what the campaign's talking about is humanity first, just acknowledging the situation for what itself is where the energy should have gone, and he gets that. So down in the description below, it'll talk about a couple things about that, but today's Yang Daily 10, donate to victims of sexual assault in honor of Evelyn, and any other woman who's ever been sexually assaulted. There's 368 days till inauguration, folks, of Andrew Yang. And we're going to Twitter. Evelyn, of course, told her story. That's on Twitter a lot. The endorsements that are coming out, Chris Shin and David Chappelle. Who else? Who's next? Who do you think? Put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear. Any Hawaiian representatives that you would think of, musicians, actors, anything, politicians maybe. Let's see, moving on. Reddit, at Matt Stoller. I laughed out loud every time I see this. This guy, I thought he was a troll. Long story short, if you put his comparisons of a month ago to right now, it's complete 180. He flipped sides. He was anti-yada yada, called Andrew a socialist, called Andrew a carpetbagger, yada yada. I'm sorry about that. He did not call him a socialist or carpetbagger. I'm thinking of another person. But anyway, you can see in comparison how the tone has changed. At one point it was one thing, and now it is a completely different thing. On Reddit as well, January 17th, which is today, Bill Maher. If you haven't checked his channel, it'll be on YouTube probably, and I would say he might be on HBO or something. I don't know. I don't watch TV. But Bill Maher, check him out tonight. Andrew will be on there along with 3 other guests. I just didn't grab their names. It's in the description below. Major Google trends spike at Andrew not being at the debate. Read about it. Google trends. Andrew not at the debate. It'll even tell you about how the Google trends were higher for Andrew. It was like the 7th most tweeted thing during the debate. Awesome. Moving on to videos. Oh, not moving on to videos. Today, HILO. There was an update for the Women's March, which is Sunday, 11 to 2 in HILO this Sunday. So if you got plans, change them. Come out and support women in HILO. Sign making at 11 and a quick march up till 2 o'clock. Meet and greet and talk to people. We're going to make our presence there because I think Andrew Yang's Humanity First goes exactly along with what they're doing. I'd also recommend donating to anything that is women oriented today. Like we're getting people to vote through vote411.org. If you'd like to donate to that, that would be awesome. That helps them do their cause, get people voted and basically informed, like what we're doing. All right, we're moving on to videos. Zach and Matt show. They show the return of Yang to San Francisco and what it looks like when you have a huge crowd and that energy. Oh my goodness. It was a very quick Andrew appearance with a couple guest speakers in the beginning, and then they did a lot of selfies at the end. Minimal stump speech, good stuff in there, lots of laughing. So if you want to check that out. Second video, Dominic and Bernice show. Love these ladies. Bernice was on the line. They were talking to a gentleman they spoke to before, Mr. Names, I believe is his name. Anywho, they were talking about Andrew won the debate, even though he wasn't at the debate. It's a perspective that I love. I also agree with them. They talked about Evelyn and her coming out about sexual assault and how that's needed right now. They also commented about the endorsement factors, about all the different people, how they think they were coming out. And then we got a shout out at the end. If you want to check it out, that's at like 50 minutes in, something like that. Love you ladies, mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. The Hill. I love The Hill. It's probably my favorite go-to source for just like, it looks like a news show. They're sitting at a desk. There's cool things in the background. I like the way they talk. It's clear and easy. Check it out. They broke down the New York Times editorial board. They had a guest speaker on, and basically they asked Andrew, who broke your heart? And without skipping a beat, he said he had to say it was Barack Obama. He thought that it would absolutely come out a different way. He had so much energy. Yes, we can with everybody, and it just kind of fizzle popped. And the ideas that he wanted to come up with working with that, because he wasn't the place to do that, just kind of fizzled. So there will probably be more coming out about that, but it's very interesting for somebody who's running for president that wants some majority of anything to say anything. Andrew just kind of says what he feels, which if you like it, you like it. If you don't, that's the way it is. I think that's inspiring. Okay, moving on. Mindful Skeptics, as I said, Boys came up here and he apologized to the Twitter person that he went off on, and it exemplifies humanity first. Right on. Marianne 2020. I started following her channel to see after she dropped out what she had to say. I wish, personally, I would have spent more time listening to her message. Having said that, I'm going to include things when I think they're interesting and they're right. She had a lot more to say about the videos that she's going to be putting out, and she had a lot more to say about what her words meant. And the fact that she wasn't able to complete the campaign means nothing about the issues that are facing us and how she could be helpful. And people who supported her can be helpful. And the ideas that she's talking about need to be discussed, as all are the decisions that need to be made. They need to be discussed amongst us, the people. So, weekly volunteer Hawaii call we had last night. Moving on. It was really cool. Met a couple people from the Hawaiian Islands that are organizing, doing stuff on all the different islands. It was very, very, very awesome to talk to other people who are fighting the good fight, if you will. We all know that the wave is going to come in February for the caucuses. So if you're on the Big Island and you are YangGang, or if you've seen us out there, come and get involved. go to the website, Yang2020, check out Mobilize, see where there's an event near you. Even if you can't make that event, you can tell other people about it, and that's an amazing way to contribute. Because even if you're not on the right island, you can call people that are on there, or email it, or put it on your Twitter and or your Instagram and all the other media places. Long story short, there's going to be 20 locations in Hawaii that we are going to be voting at. That's all islands, folks. That means that we need to know where those are and get registered voters possible voters registered before February 18th. There are going to be 2 dates, but we want to concentrate on the first one. If you choose the mail ballot, everybody will just have it, which means if you can't go to vote that day, you will have it already done. If you don't do that, you can sign up that day, but make sure you do the polls early in the day. Don't get there at 3 and expect to jump in and do this. Get there like noon if it's the latest. We want Democrats to come out vote. We want Republicans to come out vote. We want people to see Andrew Yang. We want democracy to happen. That's the goal of this channel. Get people registered, get them informed, and get them out there to vote. We only have a short time, and after February, when the wave crashes, there will be a source on the Big Island, as well as the other islands, for Andrew Yang and YangGang. It's awesome. If you have any questions about that, you can email us at yanggangbigisland@gmail.com, or just go to the website, Yang2020, and sign up. Volunteer. Get some merch. All right, YangGang Hang event on the other island of Wago. They're going to have a comedian, Andrew Young, will be performing 2 sets, one at 7, one at 9, and YangGang's going to meet up. If you're on the island, go to Mobilize, check out that event, and if you could go, say you're going. That helps the campaign track everybody who's interested and involved. If you're not going, just take it and retweet it. It'd be awesome. After February primaries, as we said, the wave is going to come down. Most people that are in New Hampshire, South Carolina, those offices will be closing most likely. Funds will be diverted, and hopefully on the island, we will get an office out here, get a little bit more direction with the campaign so we can effectively reach possible voters before our April primaries. We're also looking into 14 delegates for the island. If you want to be a delegate and represent Andrew Yang, please go to Yang2020 and let them know. You can also give us a shout out here at yanggangbigisland@gmail.com, and we will filter that over. And if you haven't volunteered, do it. All of this stuff can be talked about on Slack, the social network where we're able to talk to each other. If you join the YangGang, get on Slack. And attention. Very important idea has ranked choice voting this cycle. Meaning, if you don't understand ranked choice voting, you vote for who you want to be president. You also get other choices. So it's a lesser of two evils kind of thing for our own party. So if you register as a Democrat and you want Andrew to be president, you could rank him 1. You cannot rank him 1, 2, and 3. You have to choose another candidate. So be informed about other policies from other candidates, but put all your stock in Andrew Yang. Not to tell you what to do. Anywho, I think that concludes our video message for today. YangGang Big Island. Please subscribe. Please share this. And if you want to donate. We'll get shirts and flyers to hand out. And if you want to donate to the campaign, you can go to yang2020.com, and Hawaii has their own website. It'll be in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. YangGang Big Island.